welcome to Sikiksyd. This is reading to the future of Taurus. You do not need to be a Taurus to resonate with this reading. You can be energetically connected to someone who does have Taurus somewhere in their astrological chart. You can have Taurus somewhere in your astrological chart. You can press this reading, it just resonates for you. You can also just like the vibes here, Sikiksyd. That's cool too. Okay? Check your Venus and we get Taurus in your astrological chart to see how you may resonate with this reading. All the cards that I sell are in the description box down below. Okay, thank you so much for supporting Sikiksyd. How are you today? I hope all is well with you. I will be starting off with the astrological reading for you today, Taurus, and then I'll also do a tarot reading, and I'm going to seal it with some advice from Spirit. Okay? I will be reading what is going on in the sky and how would this be impacting you down here on Earth. Okay? Let's get right into it. So, May 2nd, 12:56 p.m., Power centers into Leo at 0 degrees, and this is talking about you becoming completely enlightened and aware of how you were fathered, how you want to father your children, and how do you view fathering in regards to your happiness. If we're talking about the ocean being feminine energy, the ship would be masculine energy. If there is no structure, right, then all there is the emotion and the awareness that you are able to create without actual action to manifest that into your physical reality, right? So you're going to be thinking of your childhood life. How were you fathered? What type of relationship do you have with your father, right? And what's the happiness that you have in your life, whatever it is that makes you happy? Was it something that was encouraged by the father figures in your life or the father that you have? What is your relationship like with your father? This is something that's very emotional. Leo rules the heart, and you are looking at it very differently than you ever have before. It is not a very easy day because it is also the same day that at 6:04 p.m. Jupiter goes semi-sextile Neptune, impacting Pisces, Sagittarius, Ophiuchus, as well as Aries and Scorpio. Okay? Major change. It's not easy because these are actual, even though Jupiter and Neptune have the ability to collaborate very well because they do come from the same planet on some level, with Jupiter having Pisces to Sagittarius energy, correct? With it being semi-sextile, it's saying that these two energies are not energies that would typically like to be together, but they're being put together, and in this moment, being open-minded and being willing to do something that you've never really done before is going to benefit you. It is going to give you the lover or the home or the relationship or the life or the job that you want. Also, if you're a feminine energy, moon in Virgo, you are viewed as an energy that somebody views as very important. You're a very important feminine energy to them. So you could be someone's wife or girlfriend, or just a romantic interest where it started off emotional and it never became real in the physical reality, like a real relationship in the physical reality. But it did start off emotional. Or it started off physical and then it became emotional for whatever reason that may be. You're also becoming aware that you did not want to commit to certain things because there was a lack of awareness of who you were based off of the way you were fathered about your happiness. Okay? This allows you to do something in your career you've never done before. This allows you, if you're in a competition, to win. If you're an athlete, then you win that competition. If we are speaking of you graduating, so you guys are graduating, this can even be you doing some type of new job, creating an app. It's not easy. Everything is happening very sudden. You don't see it coming, but it's all meant for your betterment if you are willing to learn from it. Okay, it's not going to feel very easy, easy peasy. Okay, it's not. But it is meant to occur for your advancement, for you to receive the abundance that you are meant to have. Because you're willing to learn something new about spirituality, religion, philosophy, psychology, right? Abundance is restored for you. This is also good karma. It's not a pleasant feeling, though. You go from an 8 to an 11. It's not a pleasant feeling at all, okay? From also May 5th at 1:34 p.m., you have the full moon Scorpio, okay, 14 degrees. There is action and independence being ignited in you. You are seeking during this time for many of you, monogamy, something traditional. Because you feel like there's been so much conflict in your life, and you're just like, I just want to get rid of it. Dealing with your sister sign Scorpio, I just want to get rid of the chaos and the turmoil and the difficulty that I have been experiencing. If I have to take action to do that, then I'll do that. If I have to be emotionally mature to do that, then I'll do that. Right? So you're also getting a new car, I see. You're also going to a priest, a bishop, or a shaman. By you coming to this reading, you are coming to a professional shaman. Some of you are going to a spiritual business. You may own a spiritual business. If you own a spiritual business that is known worldwide by many people. Okay? Now, Scorpio energy is going to also, with the full moon, say things are exiting your life. Now, Scorpio rules finances, taxes, loans, assets, other people's money, life itself, okay? Some important things here. The psyche, right? Change. So you have this urge to create change. And change ensues in a way that I don't even think that you necessarily see coming. There's an ending you don't really see coming. May 6th at 3:27 p.m., Ceres goes direct at 22 degrees. Now, you are going to finally come into a sense of closure about the way you're mothered, the way that you mother, and the way that you view mothering. What type of mother would you want your children to have, regardless if you're a man, a woman, whatever it is. There's a hyper focus on that so that you make the right decision regarding your future. You're going to be choosing a lover and allowing love into your life. And your love life is being watched over by somebody who is deceased. Could be a deceased colleague, or a sibling friend, or an old lover. Or it could even be feminine energies that did mother you at some point in your life. I feel like you may work at home, or you may, like if you're a feminine energy, you may work at home, or you can work with music, art, food. You may treat your business like a baby, or you're pregnant. Now it's dealing with Virgo. So there's no perfect way to mother, right? But it's saying that if you are willing to learn from what you've already experienced, you will be able to do it right as you move forward. Every single day you can continue to be better and also help others. And that this is also part of your mission. You're also mothering your mission. You're mothering what you are supposed to be here on this earth to do. You're also recognizing that if something is worth it, then you mother it, you take care of it, you nurture it every single day consistently. And that is how you get the results that you want. This is also at 23 degrees. You have been dealing with conflict, and you're recognizing that a sense of nurturance and empathy and femininity has to be put into your mission and your service and in yourself consistently. And even your children, if you are a mother. Okay? May 7th at 10:24 a.m., Venus enters into Cancer, okay, at 0 degrees. And there's a recognition that there's something, if you're in a relationship, about your partner that you really want to change, that you feel like you can't change. You are looking at all of your relationships, connections, even your self-worth, your self-value from a more emotional point of view than you ever have before. You're looking at money from a more emotionally available point of view, and that's urging you to do things in ways that you've never done it before. This is also graduating, Okay, you could be graduating, or you could be opening up an app, you could be doing something new at a job you've never done before, but you are inspired emotionally to do this. There's also recognition of a promotion coming in. Emotional maturity and discipline arrives to riches joy occurring for you. And you getting the lover or the home or the relationship or the job that you've always wanted. But also there's something very clear about someone deceased, like giving you some type of sign, something that they are present. You're also releasing control, recognizing that that's not actually possible, and that's only because you were trying to control things because you felt that there were things about yourself that you weren't really aware of about who you are, or what emotionally brings you fulfillment. This is also the home. I feel like you are recognizing that you want to, it's almost like nurture your relationships with your friendships, your partnerships with more emotion, your connection, and even yourself. You want to nurture yourself more emotionally, I'm saying. Also introduce this into what you believe karma is. Your emotions are something that if you truly value and you take care of, right, you won't feel the need to lash out. You won't feel the need to project because you'll be at peace, right? So recognizing that peace is starting within you, the more that you identify who you are. It doesn't matter about what other people think. Who cares about that, right? It's about who you feel you are in this very moment. Just being you. Okay? I gotta put on my life. It's about who you are. That's what matters. Okay? Doesn't matter what other people think. May 12th at 10:28 a.m. the last quarter moon at 21 degrees in Aquarius. So there's an exiting of control. There's also a 30-year cycle ending for you. There is also stagnancy. Okay? Erectile dysfunction if you're in a relationship and there's no intimacy in that relationship. That ending is something very stagnant, like because you decide to look at something from a different point of view. And it takes you a second to do it. But once you do it, you let something go emotionally and you detach away from it. And this could definitely be dealing with your sense of individuality, the LGBTQ plus community, you're part of the LGBTQ plus community, or groups. Anything involving groups, okay? This can be sports. This can also be the government, the military, okay? On May 14th at 11:17 p.m., Mercury goes direct in Taurus at 5 degrees. So everything that was very not, just basically not moving, okay? It wasn't moving, so messages that were delayed, mail that wasn't coming in, shipments that weren't going through, whatever it was that wasn't moving, travel that wasn't working, transportation that wasn't working, money that was slow. It just moved forward. Okay, it looked like everything was being delayed, but the truth was it was happening at just the right time. It wasn't meant to happen yet. This is also good karma. Okay, the scales are finally balanced out, and if you're in a relationship, you guys both teach each other how to love yourselves more. You are opposites have attracted, essentially. Okay, and you came here with a question, your answer is yes. There's a wish you had, and that will be coming true. Someone sees you. You think no one sees you, but someone sees you. Okay? And if you're in a relationship, you guys are trying to heal after a very difficult time. If you're single, someone feels that the relationship should start off as a friendship before it becomes a real relationship. Okay? You feel like you've been going through a lot of difficulty, a lot of drama, chaos, turmoil, and now peace is coming in due to you being patient, okay, and not trying to control something. This has been your astrological reading. Let's get right into your tarot reading, Taurus. Let's get into it. All right, Taurus. Check your units and we have Taurus and astrological chart to see if you resonate with this reading. You don't have to be a Taurus to resonate with this reading. You can be energetically connected to someone who does have Taurus, someone in your astrological chart. You have Taurus, someone in your astrological chart, and you can get this reading with your resonance. Well, the purpose of the description goes down below. Thank you so much for supporting Sikiksyd. How are you? I hope all is well with you. Okay. The Nine of Cups is wanting to show it, like, it's wanting to peek itself out there. Pisces and Jupiter, that can be Sagittarius or Ophiuchus energy. Something that you want to happen in your career will be coming into fruition. You will get what you want. Okay? There's also a lot of self-love coming your way during this time. You're feeling really good about yourself. You have the Magician, Gemini, Aries, Virgo, Scorpio. You have the Ten of Cups, Pisces, and Mars. This could be Sagittarius or Ophiuchus energy, or Aries or Scorpio energy. The Three of Wands, Sun, and Aries can be Scorpio energy. And then energy is the Six of Wands, Jupiter, and Leo. Okay, this could be Pisces or Ophiuchus energy with Death. Aries, Scorpio energy. All right. You are manifesting your happiness. With the Alchemist, you realize you have all the tools necessary in order for you to do whatever it is new that you want in your career, or whatever it is that you want to manifest in your life. You have everything that you need. You have the ability to communicate. You have the ability to sell. You have the ability to think for yourself. Okay, you also have all the elements to work with, right? So you have the intellect and the emotion. And that also means you have the groundedness and the practicality, the logic, right? And the ambition and the soul and spirit that is necessary for you to create magic. And also the recognition that you are the magic that you wish to experience. If you are in a relationship, the masculine energy that you are with is someone that knows you very well. They know it makes you sad, they know it makes you happy, they just know you in and out. And if you are single, there is somebody who is a masculine energy that knows you. He knows, like, this masculine energy knows how to communicate to you, knows how you feel, and what makes you feel. Okay? With the Ten of Cups, it's like you know what it is that you desire in this life when it comes to family, love. This can even be career, right? And you recognize that you have everything that you need if you are a masculine energy to create that. Okay? And if you're feminine energy, it's the recognition that you have attracted this energy into your life. Because you knew what it was that you wanted and you didn't settle for less. And so you receive that in your life because you develop self-love for yourself. And so your dreams are coming into fruition. You're also famous. Someone's also pregnant. Someone has not communicated Three of Wands. Someone has not taken the action to communicate what would actually make them happy. Especially if they're a masculine energy. There's someone from your past that you thought it was over with. You thought it was done, dead, gone, and they pop back up in your life. Okay? If you're in a relationship, the intimacy has died in that particular relationship. Most likely due to distance or some kind of communication. It could be a lack of emotional communication. Okay? A lack of willingness to express one's emotion. A lack of willingness to cross the sea. Right? The ships are going to across the sea. A lack of willingness to communicate someone's emotions. Death. What ends is the constant pattern of a way of believing and the way of learning. It's like whatever way you were learning wasn't actually benefiting you. And that's what ends. So that you do something different. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and you expect a different result. With the Six of Wands, if you're in a relationship, the person you're with in that relationship, they do want to be seen with you out in public. But the intimacy has actually died in the relationship. You may be the happiest you've ever been in this particular relationship. But the intimacy is gone. Like, I feel like it looks really good to the public. You feel really happy about it. And the masculine energy knows what to say to you and how to communicate to you, what makes you feel good, and what makes you sad, and what makes you feel. But there's no intimacy because someone was looking for a mother figure. They weren't looking for a spouse or a partner. More ego-driven. And if you're single, you're very popular and people want to be seen with you. There's someone from your past that is coming back. You thought it was over. You are going back to someone that they think it is over and done with, especially if they're feminine energy, they think it's over. But it's not. Because this masculine energy is aware of how to manifest a relationship or their happiness. This can also be like, many of you are famous, Taurus. For some of you, someone wants to be seen with you. You want to be seen with somebody, but the intimacy has actually died in the relationship. One person may be fulfilled in the relationship, but the other person may not. Like someone's motives could be it being based off of sales and their career and just the way that they look. But it has nothing to actually do with being in love. Okay. So your reality is different than your partner's reality. And that is why the emotion is not being communicated. Because they know it may not be what you want to hear. Be like bad news. Or feel like bad luck. Yeah, you have the Knight of Wands and you have the element of air. So you have the number 11, which is arguments. Fighting, abusive, tense, painful, doing it again, snap, over and over. It's also kinky sex, this is anger, and repetitive, the Knight of Wands. Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Ophiuchus. It's also karma. Okay, you could also be going through a divorce. If you're in a relationship, you guys could be traveling with the Knight of Wands. If you're single, you will find love when you are busy having fun. Okay, you're actually probably not even looking for love with the Knight of Wands here if you're masculine energy because you are so... If you're single, it's like you have this vision that you are pursuing, but it's based off of wanting to show off, wanting someone's attention. You may feel like you're receiving bad karma as well if you are a masculine energy. Knight of Wands runs, so you could be running away, right? But the element of air here is about being intellectual, idealistic, communicative, curious, inventive. It's also about bright ideas, being diplomatic, cold, alert, gathering information, mental agility, and being clever. Okay? So whatever it is that you are thinking about, it is likely and it's developing. Someone is thinking more of things from a more logical point of view and forgetting that emotion and communicating that emotion is necessary in order to experience love and actual success in a relationship. Yeah, like someone is wanting to let love in if they're single. Your love life is also being watched over by someone who is deceased, Gemini energy, so this could be probably schoolmate, sibling, friend, someone, or a parent that is no longer living. You've also been seeing 1111 a lot. And you're also choosing a lover, and if you're in a relationship and you're married and one of you passes away, the other person won't remarry. Okay? Okay. This has been your reading, Taurus. Thank you so much for supporting Sikiksyd. Ashe.